This will be a quick one. I just have a few comments about all the big celebration about the Lakers beating another lowly team in the Trailblazers. It's reached the point to where I don't have to watch the game and can tell you that LeBron James will have not been present in the fourth. And once again, it was true. LeBron James had one shot in the fourth, one made field goal, one taken field goal. I see that he was nice enough not to shoot any threes in the fourth, so maybe that's why the Lakers were able to pull this out. But what's interesting is that LeBron James had 4 points total. So he had one shot attempt, but had 4 points total. He had 2 points from free throws. So how is it possible that he had one field goal attempt, which got him 2 points, and then had 2 free throws without another field goal attempt? And this is something I bring up a lot. They don't count those as attempts. So every single time that the refs bail out LeBron James, he gets to put points on his resume without it going against his shooting percentage. And I know a lot of you already know that. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, but this becomes relevant in a moment when we look at Thomas Bryant, because Thomas Bryant had 31 points in the game. LeBron James had 37. It took LeBron James 24 shot attempts to get his 37. It took Thomas Bryant 15. Thomas Bryant shot 80%. And I said this the other day. I was like, it's not impressive to rack up points when you're allowed to keep shooting all day. Eventually, the points will get there. You might be hurting your team in the process, but eventually the points will get there. And I mentioned the free throws. What I really want to get at is that Thomas Bryant only had 3 free throws. LeBron James was able to boost his performance, his point total performance, with 7 made free throws. So he missed 3. So he actually had more chances than that. Thomas Bryant was 100% for free throws. So let's take away both of their free throws. That would give Thomas Bryant 28 points on the night on 15 attempts. And that would give LeBron James 30 points on 24 attempts. I guess the reason I'm pointing this out is that all the headlines, all the thumbnails, all the covers, once again, show LeBron James. Thomas Bryant is the hero here with a much superior shooting percentage, but it also points back to a point I was making the other day that LeBron James takes the shots that a center would take. You know, I was looking at Tim Duncan when he was 38 years old, and he shot 50% for the season. Well, he's a center. Centers usually have a fairly high shooting percentage because they shoot right next to the rim. Does anyone ever refer to centers as great shooters, even though they have a high shooting percentage? You know, does dunking or making shots right at the rim make you a great shooter? Look at the side by side of the shot charts. This is 2 players on the Lakers. Which one do you think is their center? Thomas Bryant is a better perimeter shooter than LeBron James is. Look at the restricted zone shots. Zoom in here a little bit because it's kind of hard to see because they start to overlap each other. But LeBron James has more shots at the rim than the Lakers center does. In fact, it's not even very close. You know what? Let's take a look at those free throws from the fourth, the bonus points, as I call them. And let's not forget that LeBron got away with running someone over right before he runs someone over.
I mean, look at LeBron's face. He's complaining even when he gets a call in his favor. Is he not understanding what's happening? This was called a blocking foul, and the Lakers got the ball back. And I think LeBron is so guilt-ridden that he assumes that it was called against him. I don't know.
And Damian Lillard gets called for a foul. And unfortunately, they don't show the replay. They usually don't when it's a bullshit call in LeBron's favor. They don't want to give too many opportunities for us to see what's really happening. in the NBA. But LeBron begins the attack as usual with the arm. He initiates the contact. He continues to go into the defender. And I don't know how Lillard could have even affected that shot because he's so much shorter than LeBron. So I don't know why LeBron couldn't finish that shot, being the giant that he is and having a tiny defender on him.
You know what? I think we need Shannon Sharp to jump in and say that Lillard is too small. Would that make you feel big, Shannon? To let 6'2" Lillard know that he's too small?
The real point here is that this does not go down as a shot attempt. So this is how LeBron James adds to his point totals at the free throw line. The second point to be made here is this showcases LeBron's limited basketball skill. Once again, it's just about him being big. And that's really not any testament to LeBron. He can thank genetics, he can thank his parents, but it's not anything that he did himself besides, taking performance enhancers and lifting weights. But everyone can do that. Not everyone gets to be 6'9" with a frame like that. Nothing wrong with being big. There is something wrong with it being your only attribute and the refs helping you out by allowing you to use that attribute to run people over without consequences. That does not make someone a great basketball player. And LeBron James gives a warning to the refs when he's about to run someone over. He gives a warning to the whole world because he does this stutter step. He does this little skip, and sometimes he completely carries the ball. Sometimes he only partially carries the ball. But in any case, he's gathering his momentum literally to run someone over. Times have changed. All I can say is that it was never in the playbook when we were getting coached how to run someone over. Now we're going to look at some of the other free throws that LeBron James had in the game. And when I say free throws, I mean really free. Like, these aren't end ones. These are just getting bailed out. And I tell you what, on all of these except one, they never showed the replay to verify from multiple angles that it was a BS call. And the one that they did, they were just showing the replay because of Schroeder's excellent defense, which is another story that is getting left out. Schroeder was pretty amazing again. Now here's one they called on Nurkic. Now you got to listen.
LeBron up, under.
There's the whistle.
How do you LeBron up, under.
There's the whistle. Remember, the foul was on Nurkic. And we got to go really slow here because Nurkic doesn't affect the shot. I wish he hadn't swung his arm down because freeze, the ball is leaving LeBron's hand. And even there, that doesn't look good, but you need another angle because I don't think Nurkic is actually touching him. He shouldn't have swung his arm down. That's dumb. But this is another case of where it would be nice to have another angle, and they don't show another angle when LeBron's getting bailed out. And see that where I framed it right there? That's when they called the whistle. And the foul was on Nurkic. I mean, what do you call that other than a bailout after somebody doesn't score? I mean, he missed that horribly. You can't, even if you want to call that a foul on Nurkic, Nurkic isn't responsible for how he missed that shot. Count the time. There's the whistle. Next, we have LeBron running over Grant. Grant wasn't set. He was in motion, but look at this. LeBron is actually using his body as a battering ram, followed by using both forearms to clear out. Let's freeze it. Look at the angle of the dipped shoulder. He's getting ready to just ram the defender out of the way. And there's the 2 forearm shove off. Grant goes flying out of bounds. I don't understand how LeBron doesn't finish this. There's no one left. Just make the layup, you unskilled bag of crap. Look at his face. They forgot to do his makeup before the game or what? Because he's back to having multiple colors on his face. I don't see all those colors during his commercials. But anyway, that's LeBron James at the foul line, getting more bonus points. Again, both of these examples are attempts at the basket that don't go in the record books as attempts at the basket. because he missed and because the whistle blew. But they do go to pad his points column if he can manage to make free throws. And again, every example I've shown you so far, they have not shown a replay in order to verify whether or not there was a foul. Don't they usually show that on most foul calls? I included this one for two reasons. One, just to show, again, how easy LeBron's shots right at the rim are. Two, he shoves the guy in the back in order to get open. I know it's a physical game. I probably wouldn't have called that either, but they don't call it evenly because you can't do anything to LeBron. He's allowed to run over you, shove you, everything. Okay, here we go with the next one. Make sure to listen to the announcers and the whistle.
3-on-1. LeBron, here he goes all the way. Got a whistle.
Yeah, he got a whistle, all right.
LeBron, here he
A
goes.
late one. That's when the whistle came. And there he is walking around mean mugging when he got bailed out. Just disgusts me to no end. Again, it's Dennis Schroeder.
Oh my God, I just realized that LeBron didn't reward his big man who ran with him. He should have lobbed that to Bryant. So Schroeder got the steal. Beverly passed to LeBron. Bryant ran the court. And Mr. I make my teammates better, Mr. Greatest passer in basketball, makes the basketball savant decision of selfishness. This should not be free throws. This should be a turnover. This should be stats against LeBron James.
He didn't even get touched. He didn't even get touched. Let's slow it down. Nope. Nope. No. Now, if you want to act tough, at least make the layup that you weren't touched on and got bailed out for. Again, did they forget his makeup tonight? Oh, and this one. This one, LeBron actually changes direction. He explodes backward into Nurkic. There he is revving up and then exploding backward. Getting ready to foul the defender. Throws his body into Nurkic, who isn't even making any effort to block it or do anything.
Let me simplify this further and just ask, what is a defender allowed to do? I mean, does Nurkic need to leave? Do defenders need to run and go sit on the bench when LeBron drives in order to not be called?
And yet LeBron is over there rolling his shoulders. My favorite move. Really, really tasteful. Just a classy guy. I can't. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I can't tell you enough how disturbed I am that people cheer for someone who doesn't have actual basketball skill, is bailed out constantly by the refs, wouldn't have points if it weren't for the refs, and his shot attempts are based on illegal moves. These are not legal basketball moves. Not only does he get away with committing these illegal moves, but he gets to add to his point stats because the refs reward him for playing illegally. And he has the nerve to mean mug and roll his shoulders. Again, out of all of those that I just showed you, only one had a replay. Why would they rather show LeBron walking around mean mugging than giving the viewers at home a replay? Everybody wants to see a replay when there's a call. And again, the only reason there was a replay on that one is because they were actually showing Dennis Schroeder's defensive prowess. This is upsetting. We have LeBron Nation out there posting all this crap that LeBron James is not getting calls. When in fact, not only is he getting calls, he's getting bailed out. It's a frustrating world we live in now. I don't know what to say. I'm just glad there's a few people on here suffering through this with me, able to see the light. Angry Old Hoops out.